Thank you very much for inviting me to be here. It's a real honor. You know, we too often forget that this amazing planet of ours is really a blue planet. It's an oceanic planet. Something like 70% of this planet is ocean. That's what keeps the whole planet functioning, and it's incredibly important that we remember that. It's amazing to see people, all of you, coming out to stand up for the oceans, and I particularly like that poster over there. You are not just a drop in the ocean, we are the wave of change. Because that's exactly right. What we forget is that we are nature. We are children of this earth. Just like the fish in the oceans, the birds in the sky, we are all products of the long evolutionary process, the process of creation that has come to this moment. So when all of you come out today to protect the oceans and to fight for the oceans, you are nature protecting herself. You are like the immune system of nature fighting against what's damaging the planet. And we know the people who are damaging the planet. And our Minister Mantashe is a classic example of it. He really thinks, well, I can't say that for sure, but he's very keen on fossil fuels, and that may be because, of course, the ANC's invested in these projects. But I think he also believes that it's best for people if we carry on taking as much as possible for Earth and creating jobs. But let's just look at that for a second. Is it really a good thing to start off a new industry that is going to destroy the future for everybody? What is the point of creating jobs which destroy the future? It's better that those jobs don't get created. If we're going to go down this path, and they find oil and gas offshore, it will take them decades to build all the infrastructure, to bring that ashore. They'll build facilities, and once they've built them, they won't want to stop using those facilities for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And that means one of two things. Either we cause so much emissions that we wipe ourselves out, or after a few years, these organizations go bankrupt. Either way, it's a really, really bad idea. But coming back to the question of us all being drops in the wave of change, I think it's really important to appreciate that it may feel sometimes that we are a small group against these huge multinationals like Shell, etc. But we are part of Mother Earth. We are on the side that will prevail. Mother Earth wins this. It's just a question of how much damage gets done along the way. So Shell and many of those people, many of them know that the petroleum interval is on its way out. When history looks back, there will be, at human history, you'll see there was a small period of time for 100, maybe 100 and 200 years, in which, probably less, in which we used fossil fuels hugely, and then we stopped. And what has happened, and I think particularly the massive outpouring of people who opposed the Wild Coast was an example of that, is people have realized that however long it takes, we're going to shut down the fossil fuel industries, and we have to shut down the fossil fuel industries, and we're going to do that. Shut it down! So Minister Mantashe is blowing against the wind. He thinks he can make these decisions and be powerful, but he's up against the global world community. He's up against millions of people like us all over the world who are rising up to stop this. He's against the future generations, and he's against the power of the earth itself, because you can't negotiate with Mother Earth. If you put too much greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, you will suffer the consequences. There will be floods, there will be fires, there will be droughts, there will be consequences, and eventually those consequences will change our societies. But it's just wonderful to see everybody out here, and don't give up, because we're bringing about a huge change in the world. We're bringing about systems change. And what brings about system change, what brings about any change, is people. And when you gather together in events like this, where people organize events like this, what is happening is you are joining hands and connecting with other people who think like you. And as those connections increase, they become like veins, like arteries through which change can flow. So all of you are drops in this wave of change, and by coming out here time and time again, by planning and meeting and connecting with other people, you are building the arteries, the network through which the change that we all desperately need will flow. And it's change not just for our children, but also for the children with fins, the children of the whales, and the children of the turtles and the krill. It is for life itself. So money might be important to Comrade Gwede Mantashe, but some things are more important than money, as Bishop Jeff has said. And one of those things is life. And we are for life, and we will continue until life prevails. Thank you.